All right, Kenman here, and today, round 2 fights. The Anything Emerson Waved collection. This is the second one we're going to be looking at in a nice little new series. He sent me several of his favorites for us to check out, enjoy, review, and we'll get back to him. This is one of his users, no doubt about it. What do we got today? This is the Revo K9 Karambit. Well used by Anything Emerson Waved. Let's check it out. Boom. So we have a Karambit style knife here. Crazy looking double curve grind on this blade. Got some use. He uses his knives, enjoys them. What do we think? Check this thing out. Okay, so the Revo K9 is a 9CR 18 MOV on the blade steel, and then we have stainless on the handle. Got that ring with that nice jimped red accent. That might be aluminum in there. Not 100% sure. The clip can be swapped to the other side for the lefties if you desire that. Frame lock, thumb opening. Whoops, sorry here. And I can also flick it out with a little lefty pressure on that lock. And then the front flipper, also the Emerson Wave. So in your pocket, taking it out of your pocket, you can just pop that open. We will see that as a trend in this series. Hence the name, right? Anything Emerson Waved. So, Revo, I do have a Revo somewhere now that I think about it. So I have reviewed at least one knife from them on the channel. Captive pivots with the nice little hex on the one side. Do like the jimps on there. There are some big jimps on the blade itself. That isn't really a choke up, but you can you could maybe get a little bit right there, but you could almost get on that. But technically, I think they want you in here like this with your thumb like that, or in the reverse with your thumb on the jimps right there. For the Karambit lovers, what do we think about this one? It does feel good in my hand. I have a larger hand, but mine fits in there all right. I'm not a big Karambit / knives with the ring on it, but this like that is comfortable. I would prefer that to just be a larger grip that I would just grab just like this. Personal preference though. Blade is pretty much centered. Not a super strong detent, but it seems to be snappy when you open it. That front flip and the flick out action has definitely got a nice little snap to it. Tried to slip it open for a little talk, but maybe because I'm putting pressure on the... Yeah, so as a righty, it could be a talker. Some people aren't a huge fan of that. Depending on the situation, I don't mind it. Boom. Snaps out really nice though. Fun. As far as Karambits go, I kind of like this. That forward on that cut should get into doing some work. Look at that, where it's flat. You're almost like flat right there. Kind of a weird gonzo nose shape, kind of for cutting. Interesting. The point on the tip. Kind of a specific shape. Or a certain task it'll work good for. Some of them it might not work for some daily type use. All right. We have a curved 7 7/8 straight across, 3" on the blade, 3 1/2 up to there, 3 1/4 straight across. You have a 1 1/8 cutting surface there, with a slight curve on the belly, and a 1 7/8 cutting surface with an inverted curve on the belly. What a grind on this one. 5 1/8 for the handle there. Inside dimension, 1 inch on the ring. It's a good size. 0.12. 1.2 on that blade, carries all the way out to there. Then you got the dual grind there down on the bottom. Handle, 0.45. 1.45 that way. Thickest on the blade, 133. Wow, look at this. Not even flashing. Kenman, did the battery die? Nope. It did not. But sometimes, I don't know, I guess I didn't use this yesterday. It had a chance to like charge on its own. The never-ending battery continues. Seemed to last almost the entire measurement today. That's why. How does that even happen? Okay, let's get a weight. 6.32. It's a pig. Kaiser drop air 329. Definitely a beastly hog on this karambit. It's a large one though. Alright. Thumbist is the hardest for me there, which I would do probably the least amount. Kaiser drop bear is a great EDC daily carry user, not quite full size. Good comparison. Blade's about the same length without the curve and the craziness. Handle's about a 1/2 inch shorter. If you're looking for a nice daily carry, good user, check out a Kaiser drop bear. Link in the description. All right, this Revo, I've been doing some paper cut tests. Do I have a feeling this is going to go well? We'll see. Negatorious. I can tell this has been used a lot. I need to touch up this blade. Is it fair for me to touch them up though before I try to make a cut with them on a review if it's a user's knife? I mean, you can clearly see it's gotten some use. We could clean this up. Should I clean it up and sharpen it for him? Should I leave it? Maybe I should ask him what he thinks. Either way, it's always nice. You know, if someone has a knife, they use their knife, that's great. Get into it. Enjoy it for what it is, for the tools and the tasks you can use it for. Who's got one of these? What do we think of it? Anything else from Revo I should check out? Boom. Stay sharp. I'll see you soon.